as we welcome onto the stage the acclaimed director of Sardar Udham, Shujit Sarkar. Good afternoon, Sujita.
Yes, good afternoon, and सबको नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल, आदाब and greetings. सबको पहचानता हूँ मैं, most of it. आप लोगों से गुलाबों के टाइम मुलाकात नहीं हुआ, 1.5 साल बाद आ रहा हूँ मैं इधर. So ये भी मालूम है मुझे आप लोग क्या सवाल पूछने वाले हैं. So अच्छा लगा आपसे मिलके आज. थैंक यू सो मच दैट आप इतने सारे फिल्म चाहने वाले और जर्नलिस्ट लवर्स सब इधर आए हैं, फिल्म लवर्स. थैंक यू सो मच. बहुत सारी बातें होंगी शायद ट्रेलर देखने के बाद, सो ज़्यादा वक्त नहीं लूँगा. इतना कहूँगा कि बहुत सालों से ये फिल्म मेरे साथ था. इसको जिया हूँ मैं इस फिल्म को. इस फिल्म को क्या कहूँ मैं, एक्चुअली शहीद ऊधम सिंह या शहीद भगत सिंह इनके साथ में रहा हूँ. मैं दिल्ली में जब था, मैं आपको एक छोटा सा इंसिडेंट बताता हूँ. जब मैं कॉलेज में एडमिशन लेने वाला था, सो बहुत सारे कॉलेजेस में मुझे एडमिशन मिल गया, लेकिन मैं शहीद भगत सिंह पे इतना फ़िदा हो गया कि मैंने कॉलेज भी वही ले लिया, शहीद भगत सिंह कॉलेज दिल्ली में. और तब से मैं पीछे पड़ा हूँ और रिसर्च करने में लगा हूँ कि मैं जानना चाहता हूँ ये कौन थे. और उनको जानते जानते मैं जलियांवाला पहुँच गया बाग, और पूरा पंजाब हिस्ट्री जो है, जो फ्रीडम मूवमेंट का है, उसमें पहुंच गया और पढ़ाई कर ली. और उसके बाद मैंने ठान लिया कि इस सब्जेक्ट का फिल्म ज़रूर बनाऊंगा मैं और लोगों तक पहुंचाऊंगा. जो मेरा एक पर्सनल जो एक टेक है, वही मैंने इस फिल्म सरदार ऊधम में करने की कोशिश की. एंड आई होप दैट आप सबको पसंद आए और आप इस फिल्म की जो कहानी है और इस फिल्म की जो सैक्रिफाइस है, इसको आप लोगों तक पहुंचाएं. थैंक यू सो मच. मैं सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट जो मेरे साथी हैं, मेरे जो HODs हैं, आपको मालूम है कि सबसे जो द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट जो मेरे फिल्म में होते हैं वो हैं राइटर्स. और अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो जो आ नहीं पाए, शुभेंदु भट्टाचार्य एंड रितेश शाह, इन्होंने इन फिल्म को लिखा है. और मैं उन दोनों को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ. मेरे साथ आज मौजूद हैं मेरे बहुत पुराने मित्र, और जो मेरे फिल्म के लास्ट अक्टूबर या गुलाबो सिताबो मेरे साथ उन्होंने काम किया था. मैं उनको बुलाना चाहूँगा. वो हैं मेरे फर्स्ट सिनेमाटोग्राफर उभिक मुखर्जी. मैं उनको बुलाता हूँ. उभिक दा. बहुत सारे नेशनल अवार्ड हैं इनके पास, घर पे जगह नहीं है इनके पास रखने का. और मेरे दूसरे साथी जो हैं आज मेरे साथ, जिनको मैं बुलाना चाहूँगा, वो हैं मेरे बहुत ही कॉलेज टाइम से मेरे दोस्त, म्यूज़िक डायरेक्टर ऑफ माय फिल्म शांतनु मोइत्रा. बाकी मेरे और भी जो HODs जो नहीं आ पाए, मैं उनके नाम बता देता हूँ. वीरा कपूर जिन्होंने कॉस्ट्यूम्स किए हैं, मानसी जो आर्ट डायरेक्टर हैं, माय एग्जीक्यूटिव प्रोड्यूसर कुमार ठाकुर, वो भी नहीं आ पाए हैं. मैं उन सबको, मेरे एडिटर शेखर, सबको मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा अलग से बाद में. और अब मैं बहुत से मेरे बहुत प्यारे दोस्त, मैं उनको प्रोड्यूसर नहीं कहता हूँ, दोस्त कहता हूँ, क्योंकि वो मेरे साथ मिलके हम दोनों ने लास्ट जो विकी डोनर से लेके या पीकू या जो भी फिल्में मैंने बनाई हैं, पिंक, मद्रास कैफ़े, वो मेरे साथ रहे हैं. और वो एज ए प्रोड्यूसर नहीं रहे हैं, नाम तो है प्रोड्यूसर लेकिन वो मेरे दोस्त हैं, मैं उनको बुला लेना चाहता हूँ। वो हैं मेरे बहुत ही करीब के दोस्त मिस्टर रॉनी लाहिरी। हमारे साथ और एक दोस्त हैं मेरे जो अब साथ सेकंड प्रोड्यूसर हैं, मैं उनको भी बुलाना चाहूँगा, वो भी बहुत अच्छे दोस्त हैं हमारे, मिस्टर शील कुमार।
Thank you, gentlemen. I'll also just quickly introduce the producers, ladies and gentlemen, Ronnie Lahiri and Sheel Kumar of Rising Sun Films. Would you like to also maybe tell our audience a little bit? I heard that there was 2 decades of research and hard work and a lot of backstory that did go into this. Could you join me a little bit in the front? And gentlemen, if y'all would like to stand there.
So, yeah, absolutely. 2 decades, what we are talking about, as Sujita said, when he was in college, he thought about it. And I think we met somewhere in 1999. And since then, this was our dream to make a film on this subject. Because historically speaking, India was ruled for over 200 years, out of which 90 years was spent on fighting for our freedom. Today we sit down we are breathing the fresh air and everything, but our ancestors, they really gave it their all for this freedom. 90 years they fought. So there were thousands of freedom fighters who fought for our independence. At the same time, I think this incident and this film, I feel is more of an international subject because somewhere down the line, the colonial history of worldwide, it touches upon, there were so many countries, if you look at the whole Commonwealth countries, have all been under the British rule, or the South American countries which have come under the Spanish rule or something. So it's a very universal subject, this, and it touches the emotion probably of the whole world. So as a result, I would say we are very happy that we are with Amazon Prime Video, because they are going to give us that reach of going to 200 plus countries where everyone can relate to this subject. So yes, I mean, it's a very important film for everyone to watch. Thank you.
Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I bet this is something that a lot of you do not know. Did you know that Udham Singh was a master of disguises? And there was even one time where he did disguise himself as an Indian prince and was rubbing shoulders with the elite from the British. And who better to do justice to this role of a revolutionary? None other than a very, very talented man. Someone who we know that can play very diverse roles. Because after all, not only does he have amazing acting skills, but also charismatic good looks. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Vicky Kaushal. All the gentlemen to come and join Vicky over here, and we'll take one photograph together. मैम, हेलो बोल दिया आपको. Right now, everybody is dying to see this trailer, but before that, I know that they also want to hear from you. And the one thing that I'm sure that is on everybody's mind, you know, you're known for breaking stereotypes and you're known for really getting into the character with the roles that you play. When a script like this landed on your table, what was your first reaction?
पहले तो नमस्कार आप सबको. बहुत सालों से वेट हो रही थी आपसे मुलाकात करने की. फाइनली हम मिल रहे हैं एंड इट couldn't have been better than meeting for a story so special for all of us. सरदार उधम ये एक ऐसी कहानी है जिसको सुनते हुए, जिनके किस्से सुनते हुए अपनी दादी माँ से, अपनी माँ से, अपने पिताजी से मैं बड़ा हुआ हूँ. ये कहानी के लिए मुझे हिस्ट्री बुक्स पे डिपेंडेंट नहीं होना पड़ा था. तो इस कहानी को लेकर कई सवाल जवाब हैं एंड हम उस पर बहुत चर्चा करेंगे एंड मैं भी उत्सुक हूँ वो सारी बातें करने के लिए. बट फाइनली आई थिंक इट इज़ टाइम कि हम उसकी पहली झलक, जो एक कहानी है जो कई सालों से सुजीत दा, रोनी सर ये कहना चाह रहे थे एंड मुझे ये सौभाग्य हुआ कि इसका मैं हिस्सा बन पाया. तो ये कहानी की पहली झलक, द ट्रेलर वी ब्रिंग टू यू एंड आई थिंक वी शुड प्ले द ट्रेलर एंड उसके बाद हम चर्चा करते हैं फिल्म की.
Absolutely. So why don't you cue it and we can take our seats and we'll come back. Yes. What was your thought process and your creative process especially when you said that, okay, this is the journey that I'm going to get on with Sardar Udham and I'm going to go through this process with him? What was going on in your mind?
Are you talking about Udham as a Vicky as a character or as a film as a
Sardar Udham as the character.
All right. Well, there are not many documents available on what, how, and Sardar Udham, like for example, how he went to London. There is no document proof that how he went there. Did he reach there via the sea route, or did he take possibly the land route, possibly from Afghanistan or Iran or Russia?
Yeah.
So, like for example, like this. So he was quite elusive as in nature also, and in terms of his behavior there, because he was in London for almost 6 years. And then previously also he has visited London. That also nobody knows. He was in US, he was in many countries that he has visited. While he was in London, he visited many other European countries. So all this information is there, but it's very, there's not too many information on this. Yes, we know that, he went to London and he assassinated Sir Michael O'Dwyer. But what I did was, in terms of my inspiration, if you ask me, if I understand your question, is that in 1999, from the college, I visited Jallianwala Bagh. And anyone who is there, whoever visits Jallianwala Bagh, who will get affected? It's such a place. It's such a tragedy that has happened there. Anyone will get affected.
Absolutely.
And I was also quite deeply affected. And I started reading about it, what all happened. So I went to each and every library in this country possibly, which has any document on Shahid Udham Singh. And I got those documents. And I found out, especially from the statements of a lot of survivors from Jallianwala Bagh. And that's how the inspiration came in. I was so moved that I must tell this this story. I wouldn't say it's a story, but it's the sacrifice. So that's how the inspiration is. And I think whatever my expression is, whatever's inside me, I have poured it completely, absolutely in this film. So there is no inch left in me that I have not poured it into this film.
Lovely, absolutely lovely. We can see a lot of that in the trailer, and I'm sure we're going to see so much more of that when we do see the film as well. Ronnie, I'd like to ask you a question. I know that, you spoke earlier and you told us, and we can also see what Sujita also said as well. There's just not so much information out there. And like you mentioned earlier, it was almost close to 2 decades of kind of back work and history work that had to be done to document the life of Sardar Udham Singh. So that was one challenge, which I'm sure was the main challenge. There was also the shooting that happened in multiple locations from what I believe as well. Was that also another very big challenge, going to multiple locales, creating that world as a producer as well, and making sure that you created absolutely correctly?
Absolutely. I mean, as you said, to recreate that world with that authenticity, because we didn't want to make it into a spectacular thing, but end of the day, it had to be real. That was the thing. So this is one film I can say that as a producer, it was not like I was like, okay, this is your budget and you go ahead. I was sitting on the ground, and you could only make this film if you were all sitting on the ground. As a team, we worked on it. At times, I was working as maybe the production assistant or a directions assistant or whichever thing was required, because I think the vision was way bigger to achieve, and all of us had to go beyond our regular space of, okay, this is my designation and this is what I do. I think everyone took that one step more than what they could do in a film. And in terms of hiring also, it was one of the most important criteria for me, for anybody who was in the project. It was not another project for them. I wanted people who felt for the story, who felt for this important film and come on board so that they could give their best onto it.
And we can definitely see the hard work, blood and sweat and tears.
Yeah, the passion was important.
And the passion that has gone into it. Vicky, my next question is for you. And I know that this is something that, everybody wants to know. How does one train and how does one kind of get into the shoes of a character when there is such little information out there about that character, and you still obviously want to make sure that you portray it to the best, not only to the best of your abilities, but the truth and the true of your abilities. So what was that process like?
To start with, actually, Sardar Udham and many other characters in the history of our freedom struggle, when you go back to our history books, they get lost in a line in the book or a paragraph in the book or just a page in the book.
Yeah.
And probably Sardar Udham, we can say that, Sardar Udham Singh was one of those characters where, he probably was that one little paragraph or a page in that book. But because I had heard his stories from my grandparents and my parents, there was always this connect. There was always this connect straight from my core where I related to that guy, I related to that person, and I related to his angst. Because Jallianwala Bagh, the massacre, the episode, to everybody in India or across the globe, it had hit home in the most brutal way for all of us, So a person who had taken an oath to avenge that bloodshed, not in India, but to actually cross borders 100 years back and go all the way into the heart of the British Empire and then to avenge that bloodshed, for me is a story of resilience, of bravery, of patience, of a very, very passionate person. And through this story, through this film, I really wanted to explore that factor inside me also. It is not the most easiest note to touch. And like you mentioned, like Sujita also mentioned, Sardar Udham Singh is not a character which is widely documented in our history books.
Yeah.
If you go about reading books on Sardar Udham Singh or the Jallianwala Bagh episode or even the Indian freedom struggle, you will find different stories about the same person. You will find different names, you will find different identities, you will find different faces. How do you tap on to what the core of that person was? Very early on, when I started discussing the film with Sujita, I understood that there is only one way to go about playing this part. It was to completely and utterly surrender to his vision and to how he wanted to guide me, because the more I kept listening to him, the more I understood that the way he understands that era, the way he studied the freedom struggle and Sardar Udham Singh, Shaheed Bhagat Singh, I have never met a person who studied in such detail. So I had to completely just surrender to his vision, to his guidance, to his direction. And that's how we all started on this journey. There's a very interesting episode I want to share. I don't know if Sujita would also remember that.
Okay.
Before we took off to Russia, where we shot the London portions, Sujita gave me a song,
Okay.
a track, which was just, sorry? Sure. तो जब हम रशिया गए शूटिंग के लिए, तो उससे पहले सुजीता ने मुझे एक गाना दिया, एक ट्रैक दिया, which was just एक एम्बियंट साउंड था. वो गाना उसमें कोई लिरिक्स नहीं थे, कोई गाना नहीं था, बट जस्ट सिर्फ एम्बियंट साउंड था. एंड सुजीता ने मुझे वो गाना बार बार सुनने को कहा. मुझे नहीं पता था उसका पर्पस क्या है, एंड दैट वाज सपोज्ड टू बी माय प्रेप फॉर द कैरेक्टर. एंड आई वाज, वहीं से मैं बहुत इंट्रीग हो गया था कि व्हाट इज इट दैट ही इज वांटिंग मी टू फाइंड फॉर सरदार उधम. जब मैं वो गाना सुनना शुरू किया, एंड मैं सुनता रहा, इट हैड अ वेरी मेडिटेटिव इफेक्ट ऑन मी, अ वेरी कामिंग इफेक्ट ऑन मी. एंड आई स्टिल रिमेंबर हम फ्लाइट में थे, एंड इट वाज ओनली मी एंड सुजीता. एंड आई कन्फेस टू सुजीता कि सुजीता, दिस कैरेक्टर इज, ये वो कैरेक्टर है जो अपने मन में, अपने हार्ट में 21 साल तक एक गुस्से को पाल कर बैठा है, एक एंग्स्ट को पाल कर बैठा है. Why am I listening to a music which is calming me down, which is almost meditative? And he said that कि जब इसी music में, which is calming you as Vicky Kaushal, if you find the turbulence in this music, if you find the disturbance in this music, that is the note I want for Sardar Udham Singh. That is where Sardar Udham Singh lies. And that day I felt that मुझे to play this character, I have to dig so deep inside. That it can't be surface level, it can't be what I'm wearing, what my look is, what my body language is. It has to come straight from the very core. And from there on, मैंने बस completely, I just surrendered to what he was guiding me, to what he was directing me. And I hope and I pray that as a team we have lived up to the legacy of Sardar Udham Singh.
I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure. Sujita, is that track, do we ever get to hear it?
It's only with me.
It's only with Vicky?
It's only with me. I don't remember because I forget quite easily. So
इतना सारा मतलब preparation हुआ, and you know, like a tuning of a
इनकी तरफ
mindset.
से वो track, it's a very matter of factly.
but he is right that every for preparation for every character there is different methods.
Yeah.
Right.
So this was one of the methods. Possibly उस वक्त मुझे लगा होगा तो मैंने उस वक्त यही शेयर किया था.
Yeah.
So I think finally what we achieved, what we wanted to achieve, I think we got it. So I think that's quite a satisfaction.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to now give a chance to our friends from the media as well to ask their questions. Ladies and gentlemen, as you raise your hands, somebody from our team will come and give you the mic. But you know that it's always lovely when you tell us your name also. You know all our names. We'd love to know your name, the publication that you're from as well. Yes, sir.
Hi, this is Himesh from Pinkwilla, towards your right.
You might be getting hidden. Would you be okay standing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So my question is to Sujit, sir. Sir, you know the film was initially titled Sardar Udham Singh. So what was the idea behind changing the title to Sardar Udham when the second announcement was made?
No, I don't think that we ever said the title will be Sardar Udham Singh. I think since the beginning it was always Sardar Udham, and this is the title. So I don't think I ever said that the film's name is Sardar Udham Singh. It was Sardar Udham.
And my second question is to Sushant. Sushant, what is the idea behind, having Sardar Udham Singh on board your slate? And what is the idea behind, the titles, the kind of titles that you have on board? Because it is quite diverse from a Coolie Number One to a Sher Shah to a Sardar Udham Singh. So
yeah, absolutely. It's pretty simple, right? You want stories that have, something for all of our customers, entertainment for everybody. So we have, shows and movies across languages. We have them across genres. We have, international originals, like the ones that we have launched recently. So the idea behind it is all of us. हम सबको मतलब कभी एक्शन देखनी होती है, कभी ऐसे ड्रामेटिक हिस्ट्री रीटेलिंग देखनी होती है. It's all of them. So we are always looking for great stories because we know our customers will love it. So everything is simple, everything is customer backward. This, to me, Sardar Udham is the kind of movie that I think customers across the world, across 240 countries and territories, are absolutely going to love. Great story, told so beautifully, portrayed so beautifully, and this is, I think, going to be one of those things that stands the test of time, really.
Thank you, sir.
Hi Vicky, प्रशांत इधर फ्रॉम NDTV.
Hi, sir.
या हाय विकी, अभी आप बात कर रहे थे अपने कैरेक्टर के बारे में कितना मुश्किल हुआ, बट अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं कि बहुत एक लंबा प्रोसेस रहा होगा, उसमें टफेस्ट पार्ट आपको क्या लगता है, कौन सा रहा? और दूसरी चीज़, जब आप किसी कैरेक्टर में घुसते हैं, कई बार ऐसा होता है कि फिल्म के एंड तक आते आते अगर क्लाइमैक्स एंड में शूट किया, उसी तरह से शूट किया गया जिस तरह से फिल्म का फ्लो है, तो एक्टर को बहुत इमोशनली आप घुस जाते हैं कैरेक्टर में. तो ऐसा कुछ इम्पैक्ट आपको हुआ इस कैरेक्टर में? आप कह रहे थे बचपन से आपने कहानियाँ सुनी हैं और आपको हमेशा से अच्छा लगा ये कैरेक्टर और आप चाहते थे करें ऐसा कुछ.
कई बार सर, एक्चुअली थ्रू द प्रोसेस ऑफ फिल्मिंग द स्टोरी, कई बार ऐसा होता था कि मुझे खुद थोड़ा सा धक्का लगता था कि ये जो मैं पोर्ट्रे कर रहा हूँ, ये एक इंसान जी चुका है. चाहे वो दौर हो जब आई एम प्लेइंग द पार्ट वेयर ही इज इन लंदन ट्राइंग टू फाइंड माइकल ओडॉयर. मुझे ये यकीन करना अपने आप में कि मैं एक चीज़ को, एक एंग्स्ट को पाल सकता हूँ 21 साल तक. आजकल लोग गुस्सा होते हैं, एंग्स्ट होता है, वो अगले मौसम, अगले दिन, अगले महीने, अगले साल बदल जाता है, उसके मायने बदल जाते हैं. पर एक इंसान था जिसके लिए 21 सालों तक उसके मायने नहीं बदले. एक इंसान का कोर इतना हिल गया था एक एपिसोड की वजह से कि वो एक चीज़ को भुला नहीं पाया, एंड उसकी लाइफ का पर्पस वो बन गया कि मुझे ये अवेंज करना ही करना है. टू गेट दैट नोट वो हमेशा डिफ़िकल्ट था, और उस नोट पे अड़े रहना वो बहुत डिफ़िकल्ट था समझना. बट ऑल्सो द पोर्शन वेयर ही एक्सपीरियंसेस जलियांवाला बाग, एंड टू एक्सपीरियंस दैट इवन एज एन एक्टर, वो इट यूज टू फ्रीज मी, इट यूज टू रियली फ्रीज मी. कि चाहे आप शुरुआत उसको प्ले एक्ट की तरह करते हो, बट इवेंचुअली यू स्टार्ट लिविंग दैट, एंड व्हेन यू लिव दैट एपिसोड, वो आपको झंझोड़ देता है, वो आपको बिल्कुल हिला के रख देता है. एंड कई बार होता था कि हम शूटिंग करते थे और मुझे रात को नींद नहीं आती थी कि यही सोच के कि एक इंसान ने ये जेन्युइनली देखा है, ये एक्सपीरियंस किया है. वो लाइन भी है फिल्म में कि I don't feel pain, I don't get sleep. That's Udham Singh. और ये एक हफ्ते की, एक महीने की बात नहीं है, ये 21 साल उन्होंने जिया है ऐसा. तो उसका अगर 1% भी अगर मैं फिल्मिंग के दौरान वो फील करता हूँ, तो वो बहुत हैवी फीलिंग थी, वो बहुत इम्पैक्टफुल फीलिंग थी. एंड कई एपिसोड्स ऐसे हुए थे कि जहाँ पे आई यूज्ड टू हैव स्लीपलेस नाइट्स बिकॉज जस्ट टू इमेजिन कि एक पर्सन हैज एक्चुअली लिव्ड दैट.
Thank you.
मेरे दो सवाल हैं. एक, हाय दिस इज सरिता सिंह फ्रॉम फीफा फूस. एक विकी से है, एक सुजीत जी से है. विकी, आपके लिए सवाल ये है कि आपने जब उरी किया, मेजर विहान का किरदार लोगों के जहन में बिल्कुल जमा हुआ है. उसके पहले के भी सारे किरदार हैं. ये किरदार, सरदार उधम का किरदार मेजर विहान के किरदार से कितना अलग है? डेफिनेटली अलग है, लेकिन प्रिपरेशन कितना अलग रहा? ये सवाल अगर आप जवाब दें.
दोनों किरदार बहुत अलग है, बट मेरे लिए आई थिंक मेजर विहान का रोल की प्रेपरेशन वाज मोर फिजिकल, टू अंडरस्टैंड द बॉडी लैंग्वेज ऑफ एन आर्मी पर्सनल एंड उनको ऑनेस्टली निभाना. बट सरदार उधम सिंह मेरे लिए एक बहुत इमोशनल जर्नी थी. उनको कोर से समझना था. इट वॉज नॉट अबाउट हाउ आई वॉज वॉकिंग, हाउ आई वॉज टॉकिंग, इट वॉज मोर सो अबाउट हाउ आई वॉज ब्रीदिंग. वो उतने डीप था. It was a very, very emotional, a very, very personal journey to play Sardar Udham Singh, and a very big responsibility. एक जब आप एक ऐसे किरदार की कहानी आप ऑडियंस तक पहुंचाना चाहते हो जिन्होंने इतना बड़ा बलिदान दिया है एक हमारे देश की स्वतंत्रता के लिए, और आप पे वो जिम्मा है कि वो कहानी आप आगे वाली पीढ़ियों तक पहुंचाना चाह रहे हो ताकि वो देखें और उस कहानी को हमेशा याद रखें, तो वो बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी भी हो जाती है. तो I think to just differentiate, that was a more physical prep and this was a more mental and a more emotional prep for me.
सुजीता, विक्की ने कहा कि इस तरह की कहानी को अगली पीढ़ी तक पहुंचाना चाहिए और सबसे पहले बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया कि एक इतना गंभीर डीप किरदार उसकी कहानी आप ले आए। मगर आपको लगता है आज की जो पीढ़ी है उसके लिए रेलेवेंस उधम सिंह के जो किरदार का, उनकी स्ट्रगल का, उनकी फीलिंग्स का 21 साल तक उस इमोशन को पाल कर रखने का रेलेवेंस कितना होगा? क्या वो रिलेट कर पाएंगे इससे?
देखिए, रेलेवेंस तो आज भी है, इसीलिए ये फिल्म बनी है। अगर ये रेलेवेंस नहीं होती तो मेरे अंदर में ये बात होती भी नहीं, मेरे अंदर ये जुनून भी नहीं होता कि मैं इस सब्जेक्ट में फ़िल्म बनाऊं। आप समझ रहे हैं मेरी बात, कि मैं ऐसी फिल्म बनाऊं और ऐसे दर्शक हों जो इस फिल्म को जाके देखें और इसके बारे में जानें। ये कुछ सोच के ही बनाया गया है। और सरदार उधम जो है वो कोई ऐसे नॉर्मल इंसान ही है हमारे जैसे, लेकिन एक विचारधारा है वो है। देयर इज़ एन आइडियोलॉजी जिसके पीछे जो वो थे, और मैं उसको समझने की कोशिश किया मैंने, और वो मैं प्रेजेंट किया उसको उसी तरह से इस फिल्म में। और विचारधारा का कोई समय नहीं होता है, विचारधारा जो है विचारधारा ही होती है। वो कल भी जितनी इंपॉर्टेंट थी वो आज भी उतनी ही इंपॉर्टेंट है। आप समझ रहे हैं मेरी बात? अगर वो ऐसा नहीं होता कि सत्य कल अलग था और सत्य आज अलग है, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता। ट्रूथ इज ट्रूथ। अगर इस जो आपने देखा इसमें अगर कुछ सच्चाई नज़र आती है तो मैं 100% श्योर हूँ कि आप जिस दर्शक की, जिस युवा की, जिस पीढ़ी की बात कर रहे हैं वो इस ट्रूथ के साथ श्योरली अपने आप को एसोसिएट कर पाएंगे, समझ पाएंगे, इसके दर्द को भी समझ पाएंगे।
Hi Vicky, this side. Youth is going to relate to this character of Sardar Udham, the struggles and the feelings which come with it. How relevant it is for the youth audience, because that's the target audience we are talking about at the moment.
I think, thank you for your question, but I think Sujita just answered the same question. I don't think we are, हमारी जो फिल्म है, it's सरदार उधम की बायोपिक नहीं है, उनकी आइडियोलॉजी की बायोपिक है। एंड लाइक ही सेड कि विचारों का कोई समय नहीं होता, विचार पुराने या नए नहीं होते। विचारों जो सत्य की बात कही है कि सत्य कभी बदलता नहीं है, सत्य था, सत्य है, सत्य रहेगा। सो उसी पे फिल्म है। इट्स नॉट जस्ट अ बायोपिक ऑफ अ पर्सन, इट्स अ बायोपिक ऑन एन आइडियोलॉजी, एंड दैट्स व्हाट वी वांट टू पोर्ट्रे। एंड आइडियोलॉजीज पीपल ऑलवेज कनेक्ट टू, बिकॉज इमोशंस पुराने नहीं होते, इमोशंस यूनिवर्सल होते हैं। एंड वो 100 साल पहले भी कनेक्ट होते थे, आज भी कनेक्ट होंगे और 100 साल बाद भी कनेक्ट होंगे।
Hi, this is Komal Panchal from Indian Express. My question is for Sujita and Vicky. Sujit sir, you just spoke about how you visited Jallianwala Bagh and that story remained with you because it impacted you. Today when we see the kind of the way historical monuments or this historical sites, the way they they're beautified, and the feeling of sacrifice and all is gone from Jallianwala Bagh. It is just reduced to one more picnic spot, and that's happening a lot in India today. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I can only tell you that Sardar Udham was really a personal journey for me. So as you said that when I visited Jallianwala Bagh, I mean, I just went there, and I'm talking about 1999. But since then, I've been visiting quite often. It's not just that I visited only in 1999. Amritsar has been one of my favorite places where I've been many times. I've done theatre there, I've done street theatre there, traveled from Delhi. So it's really close for me. So Jallianwala Bagh as an incident, I think the most important factor for me was what you saw in the trailer, or about Sardar Udham, that he said about that particular incident, that we should not forget it, and the world should not forget forget this. So I think in that sense, what you're asking is a question about the beautification and all. I think that's not in my hand. In my hand is my expression, that's my cinema. And I create that through my film. But in terms of what you're asking about Jallianwala, I think it is the decision of the authorities. I think whatever they feel right to keep it alive, I think it's purely their decision. I won't come into their way of what they want to do with Jallianwala Bagh. But Jallianwala Bagh for me will always be a place which I will take my children, I will take my grandchildren, I will ask other people, children, everyone to go. And Jallianwala Bagh should be a big section, a chapter in our books. At this moment, what Vicky said is very right, that it's a very small chapter, one page, but I think there should be many, many pages on Jallianwala incident and what happened post that. Shahid Bhagat Singh and Shahid Udham Singh and rest, you know what happened post 1919. I hope you're happy with that answer.
Hi, Ronnie, this is Raj
Hi.
Dikshit here from ABP News. I have a question for you. ये सभी लोग obviously emotionally connected थे as a director, as an actor, लेकिन आप as a producer कहीं इस पूरी कहानी से connected थे after the shoot because आपके पैसे लगे इसमें. And when you spend something, you are somewhere emotionally connected too. Is it true?
Yeah, I mean, I think as every Indian, we should be connected with this subject. There are so many films which get made on Second World War, which you all watch. There are films which are made about the Jews and the Auschwitz and the Sobibors. आप लोग सबने देखा होगा. So I have been a history buff. I have done my graduation in history. So there was a line which is outside Auschwitz. जो लिखा हुआ है, those who don't remember their past are condemned to repeat it. So Jallianwala Bagh is a very important thing that we should never forget. So that is one of the most important things, that how we all should be connected to it. And coming from a family which is from armed forces, I've heard stories about my ancestors. My great-granduncle is one of the guys who's been to cellular jail twice. He was the founder of HRA, Sachindranath Sanyal. Another ancestor of mine was hanged in the Kakori case, Rajendranath Lahiri. So there is a lot of people who are involved. So when you're growing up in such an atmosphere, right from the childhood, you've heard stories about our freedom struggle. And somewhere down the line, that is what got me to study history, to understand our history. And as Sridhar said, first thing is that let us not forget what happened in our past. And then the next big thing is, let the world not forget what had happened with Jallianwala Bagh. People should know about it. People should be held responsible for a thing like that. Because every film, when they talk about Auschwitz and all, why are they making these films? It's also answering to another question which someone asked. Is it relevant? These things have to be made relevant. Only then we can make sure that such incidents will never happen in the future. Thanks.
Hi, Vicky. This is Samina Sheikh from the Times of India over here.
Hi.
Hi. So, Vicky, you also got injured while shooting for this film. You had a cheek injury, and you were on biscuits, and you were following a liquid diet. So, tell us something about that, and how did you manage to shoot while, of course, getting injured?
Just before you answer that, sorry. I'm just going to let everybody know that this would be our last question for today. So we can also have the mics go back as well. Thank you. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, Vicky, can you proceed?
No, there's some. She's been asking for a long time.
Yeah, Vicky. Awaiting.
To be honest, I did not get injured on this film. I got injured on another film which I was wrapping up 4 days before this film. And I got 13 stitches on my cheek. The first person I sent that picture was to Sujitda, because in 4 days we were starting Sardar Udham, and he said, "Koi baat nahi, stitches leke aaja, Sardar Udham pe stitches aa jayenge." So the scar that you see on my face on Sardar Udham is a scar that is real, and I actually had 13 stitches on my face. So that's how it got incorporated. But yes, there are different looks in the film, like we mentioned, ki bahut identities thi. He kept changing his name, his passports. He kept traveling across the globe to reach London. तो उसमें कई बार वज़न बढ़ाना था, वज़न घटाना था, डिफरेंट एज ग्रुप्स, हम प्लेइंग फ्रॉम 19 to 40, तो काफ़ी कुछ है जो आपके लिए पिक्चर के लिए बचा के रखा है, तो आप पिक्चर में भी देखिए वो सब। थैंक यू।
All right. Thank you. I know, ladies and gentlemen, but we are running out of time. So,
Last question.
okay. So, on request of both the gentlemen over here.
सबसे पहले तो विशुद्धि जी, मैं आपको खड़े होकर ये सम्मान देना चाहती हूँ कि आपने इतना बेहतरीन सब्जेक्ट आज की जनरेशन के लिए किया है, क्योंकि वो भूल चुकी है। दूसरी बात, आज जो सारी बातें हो रही थी उसमें एक इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ जो रह गई वो मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हूँ, क्योंकि उतना रिसर्च हमने भी नहीं किया है, कि जो उधम सिंह जी हैं उनकी देशभक्ति कहीं भी कमतर नहीं थी अपने जो शहीद भगत सिंह से। तो क्या वजह है कि वो इतने ज़्यादा मीडिया में आज बच्चा बच्चा उनको जानता है लेकिन उधम सिंह जी को नहीं जानता है, इसकी क्या वजह है? और दूसरी बात है कि इतनी बढ़िया चीज़ जो जिसके कारण वो जलियांवाला बाग के कारण उन्होंने इतना वो किया, उसको आपने अपने ट्रेलर में क्यों नहीं हाईलाइट किया?
देखिए वो ट्रेलर में इसलिए नहीं किया, शायद आगे आपको दिखे, ताकि सिनेमा फिल्म जब देखें तब आपकी इंटरेस्ट बनी रहे फिल्म में, इसीलिए नहीं दिखाया। काफ़ी चीज़ें होती हैं जो ट्रेलर में नहीं दिखा सकते हैं। लेकिन आपका जो मेन सवाल है, जो आपका मूल सवाल है, मैं उसका जवाब देता हूँ। आपने बहुत अच्छा सवाल पूछा मेरे से कि हम शहीद उधम सिंह को पंजाब के अलावा क्यों नहीं जानते लोग, पूरे हिंदुस्तान में क्यों नहीं जानते हैं, साउथ पे क्यों नहीं जानते हैं, बहुत कम लोग क्यों जानते हैं। लेकिन हाँ, हम शहीद भगत सिंह के बारे में जानते हैं या दूसरे जितने भी हमारे फ्रीडम फाइटर्स हैं जानते हैं। यही एक बहुत अनफॉर्चुनेट सिचुएशन है, ये बहुत अनफॉर्चुनेट है कि हम नहीं जानते हैं। जिस तरह आपको ये बात लगी होगी या मेरे को भी ये बात लगी है शुरू से कि क्यों नहीं जानते हम इनके बारे में, सरदार उधम सिंह के बारे में। ऐसे मतलब ऐसे करेजियस इंसान जो यहाँ से अकेले ट्रैवल करके जाता है यूरोप में, पूरे वर्ल्ड में घूमता है, अपने साथियों से रिक्वेस्ट करता है कि अपने लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट करता है, टीम बनाने की कोशिश करता है, लेकिन तब भी हम उसको नहीं जानते हैं। ये काफ़ी इट्स क्वाइट सैड। आई थिंक यही कारण है कि मैंने और रॉनी ने डिसाइड किया था कि ये फिल्म कुछ भी हो जाए, ये फिल्म तो मैं बनाऊंगा। और मैं आपको एक बात बता देता हूँ कि मैं जब मुंबई आया था सबसे पहले 2000 में, मैं इसी फिल्म को लेके आया था कि बनाऊंगा मैं। लेकिन तब क्या था कि मेरे पास इतने पैसे नहीं थे बनाने के लिए, और लोग मुझे जानते भी नहीं थे। सो ना मैं किसी एक्टरों को भी जानता था, कैसे बनाऊंगा ये फिल्म मुझे कोई आइडिया नहीं था। जस्ट ऐसे ही एक जुनून था कि चलो बॉम्बे चलते हैं, देखेंगे क्या करेंगे, फिल्म तो वहीं बनती है और फिल्म मुझे बनाना है। तो मैं भी शहीद उधम सिंह की तरह 21 साल वेट किया इस फिल्म को बनाने के लिए। Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, no, I have to take this question also.
Okay.
I'll just take the mic.
Yeah.
I'll come closer.
We're giving him a mic.
Good afternoon, Komal.
Good afternoon, Komal ji. कैसे हैं आप?
बस नमस्ते. If you could wait for 21 years to tell this story, how is it that you could not wait for a couple of months? I have nothing against you coming on Amazon Prime, but of course you made the film for the big screen. Why didn't you think of waiting, especially now that you're coming in the third week of October, second week, mid-October, and 4 days later the cinemas are opening? Firstly, are you feeling bad that you did not wait for the cinemas to open? And if you could wait for 21 years to tell this story, how is it that you did not think of waiting for a few months more? You didn't know it would the cinemas would open in Maharashtra in October. So how is it that you did not think, you and your partners did not think of waiting for a couple of months more or a couple of weeks more to let it come on the big screen and then on the OTT platform?
Komal ji, it's a tricky question, as I won't be able to answer you I don't know how I will be able to satisfy what I'm going to say. But like we say, you know, that there's a destiny for every film. You know, so I think Sardar Udham's destiny landed up in Amazon Prime. It's not that, I mean, when I shot the film, there was nothing of this situation. We shot the film, Obigda is there and Shantanuda is there. And I hope whatever you've seen on the trailer, I've shot the film for cinema.
Unfortunately, I came late, so I'll see it on my phone now.
Exactly. So unfortunately, yes, the situation is like that. But having said that, no, I didn't feel, there is no guilty about that now it's releasing it. Once I have decided and Ronnie has decided that no, this will go on the digital platform, I didn't feel that, okay, this is a mistake that I'm doing. But I think I was quite happy. Number one reason, let me tell you, that when Gulabo Sitabo happened, you know also there was a lot of talk that why I released that film. And I have given my clarification that situation was that and we could not hold on to this film. Number two is that I'm quite impatient in nature when the film is done. Personally, I'm quite impatient when the film is done. I just want to quickly reach out to people. So since 1919, when the film was done and over and we were doing the post-production, I actually wanted to get this film out. And another that I experienced after Gulabo, that the reach that Gulabo had in terms of to the people, you know, I thought also this film, which needs a huge global platform, apart from our, Indian territories. So I thought that's also a good reason for me to go ahead. Yes, the cinematic experience that you talk about in a theater, I am surely is going to miss it, but this is not a compromise in my cinematic narrative that I have done in the film. There is no compromise in that. It's as cinematic as you will see in a big theater, and it's as cinematic as you will see on a small screen or a television screen. I mean, it's a tricky question, it's a tricky answer.
They do want me to wrap up the press conference.
Yeah, just finish it off.
One last question. Yeah, the thing is, they want me to wrap it up. Yeah? For Forgotten Hero, who now we will remember once again. This is going to be on the 16th of October, an Amazon original movie. Ladies and gentlemen, Sardar Udham. We look forward to your support. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Would you all like one more photograph with the four of them? Yes, we'll do that.